Hello there. Welcome back to the Social Equity Podcast. I'm your host, Sophia Spallino, and I am so excited that you're here with me today. Guys, what a week. What a life it has been. Sometimes my podcast episodes are pre-recorded. This is February 9th. And now more than ever, I just have to be vulnerable with you guys. I've been dealing with a mystery illness, and more than ever, I'm grateful for my personal brand because I can work from home. I can work from anywhere. I've been spending time in doctor's offices and I can work from there. I also have parts of my business that run for me. So it's just such a blessing in times that are seriously tough. And I think I always heard people use that term, like tough times, and didn't really understand it. It's been a tough time because I have been struggling to feel alive when I wake up in the morning. Like, that's not okay. But here I am showing up for my business and my brand because I will not. I understand there's a time and place for rest, but I will not lose the momentum. I will not waste this platform that God has given me that I've worked for. I know that so many of you know that I'm going to show up and I'm going to encourage you. And I refuse to back down and let the energy or like the lack of energy in me take that away. I want you to know how special you are to me and how committed I am to showing up, even when it's hard. So with that being said, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to what I have to say, even though I've been battling brain fog, like crazy brain fog. I just want to encourage you, no matter what you're going through, even if it's not like body aches and pains and stomach pains and brain fog, like what I've been going through, maybe there's something else in your life that's really feeling heavy. It's weighing you down. You wake up every day and you think, I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. I want to encourage you that there are little people that are, see, my brain fog. There's little pockets of sunshine. Look for those people that encourage you, that say it's going to be okay, that tell you, don't worry, that this isn't going to be the end, that you can make it through this, that you're strong enough, that you're worthy, that you're capable, that no matter what anyone's ever told you that made you not believe in yourself or any circumstance you could be going through now, that you're worthy of coming out the other side and that you are a winner. And you're a winner because you have no quit. That's the thing. People are like, how do you do this? Or how have you accomplished that? How do you get those results for your client? How do you see 3,000% engagement rates go up for your clients? How do you get someone to hit 500,000 views on a video? And the truth is, whether it's for me or my clients, we have no quit. Because in this social media world, things are changing all the time. And you have to do your very best. You're already doing your best because you're listening to this podcast. You're ready to learn. You're teachable. Every day, don't think for a minute that I'm not plugged in to my mentor, that I'm not plugged in to other podcasts learning, that I'm not plugged in to other people in my niche learning, that I'm not being coached daily. It changes very fast. And so it's so important to be plugged in. It's so important to be encouraged. And I want to be that for you. I'm letting you know that it's been a challenge for me to show up lately. I'm being honest here, but I ain't gonna quit. Because I have no quit in me. And if you're listening, no matter what you're going through, I want you to remember that you are an overcomer and you have no quit in you either. Not one fucking ounce of it. You might get hard. Things might get hard. You might need a rest for a while, but you will get back up. With that being said, I'm going to continue sharing the actual juice of this podcast. And if you want to visualize what this looks like, I literally just got up from a power nap after doing blood work, and I've got a heating pad on my shoulders. And I want you to visualize, like, no, there's no quit. If she can do it, I can do it. And I look at my mentor, if she could do it, I can do it. And I look at my friends who have achieved more than me, and I look at them and I go, if you can do it, I can do it. I want to encourage you today, if there's somebody out there, but like it triggers you, like their success triggers you, remind yourself that you might not know what they went through behind the scenes. You might not know what they went through to get to where they're at today. Whether that was overcoming a physical illness to push through every day, or they went through a really rough divorce and still overcame, or their parents abused them as children and they had to overcome limiting beliefs and trauma to get to having the mindset that they could overcome and grow and have a life that is happy, not in a household where people are yelling all the time. We've all had different experiences. We've all had different struggles. And the truth is, every day you just got to wake up and it's grace and grit, baby. Grace and grit. Grace for yourself and grit that's like, I might have grace right now, but I ain't quitting. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox. Here we go. So today I actually wanted to come on and talk to you about why you might be getting views on your content, but you're not seeing as many followers as you should be in proportion to the views that you're getting. And you might be like, I should be getting more followers than this. Why? Like some of you might even have had a video go viral once or twice, which is awesome. But if it's not translating into followers and it's just getting you views, it's actually not that valuable for your business. Definitely not valuable for your personal brand specifically, because someone's not following you for what you're known for. There's something missing in translation here. As a strategist who audits accounts daily, I would, like a doctor, I'm checking in with you, like immediately check for two things. What's your first impression, and are you building connection? So let's dive into impression. Honestly, with the way that short form content is shaping and honestly mutating our minds, we've grown as a human race to literally give someone 3 seconds to impress us, make a good first impression, share a value proposition, let us know why we should follow them, let us know why we should even continue watching one more second of a video. So you really have a short time frame to make such a good impression. The quickest way to make one is to offer a good hook that gets people immediately interested. If you don't know what a hook is, it's like how I did blank to get to a result. Okay. It's telling people if they continue watching this video, they're going to learn this or that, or how to avoid something. And then if they continue watching the video, they will learn how to avoid the pain point. We can go into hooks in another episode. I have mentioned hooks in past episodes, so go back and listen to learn more. But that's just a brief example. You've got 3 seconds to make that good first impression. So beyond the hook in your video, beyond the hook in your image carousel, beyond hitting a pain point that makes someone immediately stop and enjoy the content, maybe you've done that, but they're not staying on your profile. And if they go to your profile, they're looking, but they're not buying into your brand. And I'm not talking about spending money. I'm talking about just following you. That's buying into who you are as a creator, as a business owner, as a coach. So I want you to ask yourself, what do people immediately see when they visit your profile? Like, what is the immediate value proposition? For me, it's immediately in my name, Sophia Splino, social media coach, and exactly what I do. Like, if you follow me, you're going to learn how to build a profitable personal brand with purpose. And even if you don't buy from me, I'm still going to add that value to you. That's what my audience gets when they listen to my podcast, when they follow me on TikTok or Instagram. It's very obvious. I make it very clear, and it's really easy for a potential, I want to say customer, but potential follower to just go, oh yeah, that'll benefit me. I need that. I need to follow her. So what is it for you and your niche? Why do people need to follow you? And how can you let them know really, really quickly what you do and why they need you? So what needs to be immediately audited here is your namespace. Your handle might be great. I mean, we can get into that in another episode, but for most of us, our handles are pretty set in stone. I highly recommend your first and last name if it's available, because that's ultimately your personal brand. I mean, what you do might change year after year, but your name's always going to stay the same unless you believe in changing your name when you get married and whatnot, which is fine. But I love my name, and I love that when people think of me, no matter what I've done in life over the past 10 years of building my personal brand on social media, my name's been able to be pretty consistent, and I like that. I like that my handle's just my name. Your handle could also be specific to your niche if your name is taken. So that's something that we can get into in another episode. But what you need to audit is your namespace, your handle, your bio, and your highlights. Because your highlights, if there's too many and they confuse people, they won't really know what's going on. Highlights are really personal. You might have trouble parting with them essentially. So just think in terms of business. Is this highlight profiting me, or is this just a sweet memory for you? If it's a sweet memory for you, I highly recommend you just archive that post and save those memories for yourself. And remember that your goal here with social media is building a profitable personal brand. If it doesn't bring you profit or pleasure or orgasms, at least for me, it has no room in my life. So think about that when you're auditing your highlights. Does this highlight bring me an orgasm or profit? Oh, no, it doesn't. So we're going to let that go with love, and we're going to make space for highlights that let people know my value, let people know how they can work with me, let people know about my product or service. And that is how you make your highlights highly valuable. And your highlights indicate to someone just landing on your profile what you're all about. It's also a great space to put client reviews so people can get that instant credibility. And if you have more than 4 to 6 highlights, it gets confusing. So narrow it down. If you need more help with this, I do social media audits. I do them one-on-one in coaching calls. And I also just do them like if you apply for an audit, I can just send you one back in an email. That's the most affordable way to work with me. And then a one-on-one call, I'd love to audit your account. So if that's something you think you need help with, the link to work with me is in my bio on Linktree. You can also book the one-on-one call through the link in the show notes. Okay, the second thing beyond your first impression on your profile is connection. Now you might be thinking, wait, I can't really connect with somebody if they haven't followed me yet. True, but whoever's considering following you, when they go to your profile, they're looking at how your current audience is engaging with you. And not only that, how you're engaging with them. So even if your engagement rate isn't super high where they're responding in comments and they're just sharing and saving things, but the comments are low, that's okay. That's not a huge indicator that there's no connection. But what is a huge indicator of how you're building connection is how you communicate with your audience. Are there reels, depending on your style of personal brand, and this is different brand to brand, but lately I think the easiest way to grow is to show up face to cam, almost like you're talking on FaceTime with your audience, like if you were just talking to a friend. That's how you build connection. So when they go to your profile, are there immediately within the first 9 squares of your grid, they don't have to scroll down too far to actually see your face, to actually get to know you? Are you asking your audience questions? How are you helping and entertaining them with each post, every single post? Is it consistently helping them with a certain topic or entertaining them about a certain topic? How can this potential new follower expect consistency in your friendship by looking at what you post and how often you've posted it in the past? So they need to be able to look at your grid and analyze, would this be a good friendship investment? I don't know about you, but I don't have friends like nilly-willy. Friends have to bring value to my life. So they either have to be significantly more spiritual than me so I can learn from them. They either have to be way richer than me so I can learn from them, or they need to bring something in my life, like some knowledge of something that I really enjoy, like a hobby, a mutual hobby that I can learn from them or that we can do together. And you might be thinking, that's really selfish. Well, I think it's just really smart. How I spend my time is really valuable. And you are literally the sum total of your 5 closest friends. So I'm going to hang out with people who are doing more than me in life, or at least doing, something significant to them. You can be broke as a joke, but be so spiritual, and I can learn from you. And I'm going to find that super, super valuable. And you could be my best friend. I just need to know that I'm going to learn something from you, and you bring value and peace and happiness into my life. So I want you to think about this as a business owner. Obviously, take that into account. Hang out with people who inspire you. Hang out with people that only lift you up. Hang out with people that inspire you in all different categories that are important to your value system in life. But while you're evaluating why you choose your friendships, flip that on yourself. Would you follow yourself on social media? Because people are evaluating your profile based on your social equity. And that's why I named my podcast Social Equity. How people perceive you on social media matters. It will either directly influence your income or indirectly support an income stream. Because even if you have another career but is not associated with social media, when people check your social media, that's how they feel they can trust you, relate to you, know you, maybe hire you. If you have your own business, maybe they're not hiring you like a company hiring you, but if you have your own business, how they hire you, you personally. It's so important. So when someone comes to your profile, we're not even asking for them to give you money yet, buy your service, buy your affiliate marketing products, or buy a product that you actually own. We're not asking for that yet. We're just trying to establish, hey, I'm worth being friends with. Hey, I'm going to add value to your life. And you've got 3 to 5 seconds to make that really clear with your profile. And you've got 3 to 5 seconds to make that really clear with the type of content you've created that is either building connection or isn't. Are you showing your face? Are you asking your audience questions? Are you answering questions that your audience would ask you? I really encourage you to nurture the audience you have. And when potential new followers land on your profile, they're going to see helpful content and an engaged audience interacting. That's instant credibility for you. It's like looking at reviews online before you make a purchase. You're like, does someone else think that this vitamin company is good? Oh, okay. That is what makes the purchase easier. And in this case, that is what makes the follow a no-brainer. You've got 3 to 5 seconds to make the follow a no-brainer. So make sure your profile is set up for success before you worry about going viral again. If you enjoyed this podcast episode, I hope you subscribe to hear more and share the Social Equity Podcast with a friend. Have an amazing day. Go get it. Remember, grace for yourself and grit. It's a balance, but you can do anything. You can do literally anything you set your heart and your mind to.
I'm Sophia Spallino, the host of Social Equity. Thanks for listening to the podcast and sharing it with your friends. If you got value from this episode, be sure to subscribe and listen to more episodes about mastering your entrepreneur mindset, making more money with your personal brand, manifesting your dream social media audience, and living a life doing what you love, like truly love every day. And if you love the show but don't know who I am or why you could take my advice to heart and implement my strategies and tips, allow me to introduce myself. I am a social media coach and agency founder. I have spent over 8 years in the social media space and amassed over 333,000 followers across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, as well as hosting a top charting podcast. I am not gatekeeping the goods. I want to share my tips to help you build social equity. What's social equity? It's a little term I coined. Let's break it down. Social, in this case, short for social media. Equity, the value of an engaged online community, an asset you are building for yourself. I love helping women build social equity and watching you unapologetically take up space online and leverage your personal brand to directly earn revenue or support another revenue stream. Yes, you can strategically attract people who love to follow you on social media, believe what you say, and love to buy from you. If you're ready to stop hitting walls, take inspired action, and manifest social media success, there are 2 ways to work with me. You can hire me as your personal coach or work with me and my agency. If you want to learn how to make strategic, beautiful content and grow your brand, you can do it. I can teach you. Join my one-on-one, on-demand coaching support program to get access to me and social media lessons in real time. When you're inspired, at your own pace, I am a text away. Plus, you'll get weekly Zoom lessons. Whether you're a novice at creating or need strategic support overcoming a plateau, I can help you level up your mindset and personal brand. Apply for VIP access in the show notes. You can also book a single session if you started your personal or business social media journey and just feel stuck. Now, if you don't have time to make strategic, beautiful content, but you know you need to have a pristine social media presence, me and my team of social media stylists at Legacy the Agency can do it for you with excellence. As a perfectionist, I've had trouble letting go of doing everything myself, and I can promise you, you will scale faster and achieve so much more if you hire the right people. We are the right people, and we do things with excellence. Learn how Legacy the Agency works by going to legacytheagency.com or by visiting the link in the show notes. When you do that, you can book a clarity call on legacytheagency.com, and that will include a social media audit of what you currently have going on. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Sophia Spallino. And lastly, if you feel yourself come alive and get excited to take radical responsibility for building your social equity, share this show with a friend and leave a 5-star rating and kind review wherever you listen to podcasts. Because with a positive mindset and a personal brand, I believe all things are possible. So get up and go get what you want.